What's going on, everyone? My name is Jax and welcome back to the channel. Today I have an awesome video. If you don't know, about a week and a half ago I interviewed the creative and art director of Kabam, Gabriel Frizzera, on Excellent Interviews with Excellent, man. It was insane, man. I didn't expect him to say yes, and then I took like a couple months to just prepare for it, man. I went through all the dialogue of the game. I went through all his tweets, his teases, his art, everything, man. It was such an awesome thing. Now, if you haven't seen it, it's 2.5 hours long. That is a long interview. It's the second longest interview, and it's only second by like a minute. So yeah, it's a super long interview. We probably could have went all night. I'm being honest, but yeah, I know it's a lot to listen to or watch. And if you're not into that video, if you're not into that, and you just want the big bombshells that he dropped, this is the video for you, man. I'm going to be going over pretty much all the cool stuff that he teased or that most people don't know, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. This kind of bounces around from the beginning of the interview to the end of it, so I skip a lot of stuff. There's an awesome lot of stories, what got him into Marvel and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be going over personal stuff besides stuff about the Kabam originals, but there are some really cool stuff you're going to want to see. Alright, so starting off first is that all the MCOC Kabam originals, Aegon, Morningstar, Guillotine 2099, they're authentic Marvel characters. There's been like this misconception going around the Marvel community or the MCOC community that Kabam originals aren't Marvel characters, and that's just not the case. Like literally, you have to, for Kabam original to join the game, they have to be approved by Marvel to add to their to the pantheon. So it's really cool that in the interview he talks about it, the relationship between Kabam and Marvel, and it's super interesting. It's really awesome. So the first bombshell of the live stream actually was that he kind of confirmed my suspicions about shapeshifting characters. If you don't know anything about shapeshifting characters, it's that they are tedious to make in the contest because it's a loading problem. So he confirmed that Mystique and Skrulls aren't playable because it's an issue with the game that they haven't tackled yet. They've been trying to for years, and they haven't been able to actually figure it out, the shapeshifting mechanics. So their Skrulls are in the game. That's an easy thing because they're already shapeshifted, so you can say like this is Thor but he's actually a Skrull, or I think there was a Captain Marvel one if I remember. There's a cool motion comic, and they've been teased since like 2018. If you go back to the Night Thrasher comic, you see the Skrull at the end that was pretending to be a symbiote. So it's really cool. Skrulls are awesome. They're a big part of the contest. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Mystique, she's one of the most wanted characters of all time in the contest, and one day we'll have her, man. I can't wait. Alright, so the next big bombshell is actually another character that I thought couldn't come to the game, and it's crazy because I was just talking about the Forbidden Three, which is Mystique, Sandman, and Quicksilver, and I've been told that they just can't work in the contest because of game constraints. It's like Ghost Rider and Medusa couldn't work at the beginning when they started making the contest. They just couldn't work. And now their engine has been updated so much that they can add so much characters. It's amazing. And Sandman is like, he literally said like, I built Sandman, we done it. So I was like, wow, that is insane. Because like I said, I was like, dude, I was just in shock. And so yeah, Sandman's confirmed to come to the contest. Now there's always a Spider-Man event every single year in the contest. It's usually in like the mid year, but that hasn't happened yet. So and it looks like for 2021 it's gonna be a Spider-Man 29 event, and I don't know if Sandman's gonna play into that or not, but it would be cool. It for sure would be cool, and I hope it does work that way. But if it doesn't, I don't know. But I'm excited to see. But yeah, and so on the Forbidden 3 list is actually Pietro Maximoff, and that's Quicksilver. And which is really cool is that he kind of said that Quicksilver is not a challenge at all to making the contest, which I was like, dude, what? Not a challenge at all? And he was like, because they're not going to make him as fast as you would think. Obviously, it is a fighting game where everyone else is, like, most people are the same speed, so he can't be really fast. But he has worked in like Injustice 1 and 2, the console game as well as the mobile game. So, it'd be really cool, to see a slow time mechanic or something of that nature, or just he looks really fast, but he's actually just hitting you normal pace, something like that. I think he could work amazing, but it's just so cool that like the Forbidden 3, at least 2 of the 3 can be made into the contest, which is really awesome. And hopefully all 3 of them get into the contest for sure. And the next one is a really, really interesting thing is that if you don't know, last year we actually had the Summoner's Choice where you could vote for a champion you want to add to the contest. And while Exon asked Kabam Gabe if Native American characters are joining the contest because he had a tweet out saying, who's your favorite? And, a lot of people said Forge, Warpath, and Gabe said Kushala. That was really awesome because I didn't know that much about her. And he said that if we do have a Native American, you might be able to vote for which Native American character joins the contest. So the next Summoner's Choice is most likely going to be a Native American Summoner's Choice, and I'm sure Kushala is going to be on there. She's like a Ghost Rider from the 1600s, if I remember, 1800s. It's around there, and yeah, she's badass. She looks dope. It is pretty awesome. I'd love to see her. Warpath was a favorite of mine, but Gabe said he might be a little bit too boring just because he's only like physically strong and whatnot. So, it's still pretty cool that we're going to get a Native American champion because we don't have one yet in the game. But it definitely, being able to vote for it, like, dude, that's going to be really cool. And if you don't know a lot about Native American champions in the contest, or to come to the contest, just look up Marvel Native American characters and you'll be like, dude, some of those are amazing. I'd love to have them to the game. All right, so the next pretty cool bombshell is actually the update. Is going to be an update to the known Battlerealm map. This map is from 3 or 4 years ago, from the Codex Continuum, the Watcher's book that he's been writing, the history of the contest, and it's an old map, and we've seen an update to it in the Scroll Girl event, but it wasn't like any names or anything. It was just like scratched out that they invaded that part of the battle realm. So yeah, it's I'm excited for that because the contest has been growing since 2017-18, and I'm really excited to see what new areas are to explore and just to see what we have explored so far because we've bounced around a lot of different areas since we defeated Thanos, and I can't wait to see the Chronoserpent's location because it seems like he's all around the map because he's trapped in the battle realm because it's like the battle realm grew over him and he's trapped underneath, and he's so ancient that no one knows about him but Karina, the ancient one from MROC. Even Apocalypse knows about him, and then it's like MCOC and MROC are coming together to stop him from being freed because he's going to be an ancient enemy. All right, so the next one is pretty cool. It's about actually Karina. If you don't know, Karina Tavan is actually the kind of the leader of the contest right now because she sent her father away and she sent her uncle away. So the Collector and the Grandmaster are gone, so she actually runs the contest right now. And Gabe kind of talked about her powers because if you don't know, she actually has complete control over ISO 8. And it's really cool because she can shake the entire battle realm. She can influence the ISO 8 in each champion. It's insane. And he talked about a little about if we were to fight her, that's what her powers would be. They'd be ISO 8 powers. So it'd be interesting to see how her powers differ from the Collector and the Grandmaster without their ISO spears, just her ISO powers itself. I'm really excited to see what happens because that could be an interesting fight. Something that he kind of confirmed is that he's planned out content in Act 9. So yeah, we're about to finish Act 7 mid next year, so it's crazy that they have planned till Act 9, and we still have so much stuff to do till then, and I can't wait, man. So it's awesome, and hopefully we get all the fun stuff happening, man. Boss fights, everything. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be amazing. And the next fun facts is actually about the Kabam original characters. He talked about Morningstar. Specifically, I didn't know about this. What I did know about other commemorative characters is Guillotine and Karina are based off of people in Gabe's life. And Guillotine's actually based on his wife in look with her darker skin, a French Algerian. It's really cool. And then Karina is actually based on his daughter, which is like, he wants her to become as strong as Karina, and Karina's story is amazing, so it's awesome. But what he really about Morningstar is that Morningstar is actually based on his wife as well. She was actually dealing with a chronic disease, and she was going through so much pain that he wanted to help her, and he read that someone had wrote a story of pain and how they overcome it in a story, and he used that to help heal his wife, and it was an amazing story. If you've never read any of the Morningstar Guillotine events, they're the best stories in the contest, man. They are so cool, and that event is still going up to this day. We just had it last month, where another update where Morningstar's she's done being tortured inside the Iron Maiden. She got out, now she's in Guillotine 29's body, and now they just have an awesome an awesome bonding moment in last month's cutscene with Guillotine and Guillotine 2099, aka Morningstar, Queen Hassan. It's amazing. It's really cool. Another thing he actually he's never said this before, and that's actually about Aegon, is that Aegon's based on himself. He's a warrior, and he's actually left-handed. And if you don't know, Aegon only has his left arm because the right arm got torn off by the Master, the first runner of the contest, who was an Elder of the Universe, Kabam original Elder, and he died because Aegon killed him, and it's pretty cool. And the ISO Spear, the first ISO Spear, is actually Aegon's belt, which gives him the Phantom Limb, which is really awesome. All right, so the next thing about this is that is really cool is that the NPCs in the contest. I'm not talking about like regular NPCs. I'm talking about you don't fight these NPCs at all. They only appear in either dialogue or just in the game files. And he talked a lot about Iron Skull was actually from the animated series, and Marvel wanted it into the game. It's just, you know, get rid of the Nazism that was around Iron Skull, but he never joined the game. Red Skull came out with a different outfit. Jean Grey was only in the game just for story reasons, so she could become Phoenix. Hulkbuster's outfit was chosen. Marvel kind of said you go for the movie instead of the classic. That's what happened. Jessica Jones, she's not as flashy, but she's just a story character, and all the other characters are just story. Daredevil, his was like a year one born again. That's what Gabe wanted for the game, but Marvel said that you want to go for the actual suit that he wears most of the entire series, which is the Netflix outfit or the Daredevil Hell's Kitchen outfit that we know now. So it's pretty cool that we got some information. A lot of that I knew, or at least I thought that it made sense of why they weren't playable, so it's pretty cool that he confirmed all that. But just talking about confirmation, man, what I'm really excited about that is that he confirmed Adam Warlock. They talked a lot about, I think he's talked about it before, where he's won Adam Warlock in the game. They just haven't found the right event. Nova was that way for a while. Like, people were asking, like, where's Nova? Where's Nova? And they finally found the right event to Adam. And that's just Adam Warlock yet. That's like, he's like the, Nova 2.0, because they haven't found the right event to add Adam Warlock to the game. And honestly, I can't wait to play Adam Warlock, dude. I'm really excited. Maybe this year, maybe next year. I don't know what's going to happen, but for sure, I'd love to see him added to the game. The next one is actually on the Eternals. He said that Gabe says he has seen concept art for the movie, so I think it's just kind of a little bit more confirming that the MCU Eternals event is happening in the contest in November. I'm sure which two Eternals we get. I have no idea. Maybe we can get Cersei and Black Knight, or maybe we can get one Eternal and one the Deviant that they fight in that movie. I mean, honestly, who knows? And I can't. All right, but Kabam, of course. But yeah. All right. So the next one is actually on the State of the Battlerealm map, and it's actually a character who's been missing for years. Same with the Maestro. That's actually the Punisher, and he actually confirmed that the Punisher has something to do with the Maestro's death. He didn't kill the Maestro, but we're gonna see about the Punisher in the MROC cutscene that'll explain how the Maestro died, or who killed the Maestro. And it'll be a super long comic, and I'm really excited. He actually said there was a clue to the missing Punisher in one of the trailers on the Contest of Champions website. So I was like, that's interesting that there's been a tease that no one's ever found. So if you want to find that, go ahead, man. I tried looking, but I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. It'll be interesting. He also confirmed the next MROC house is going to be a cosmic with cool gadgets, and it's a female house, and he said it'll be really cool to see them as like an MROC variant of what they are in the comics. So I'm curious on what that means. I still don't know what it is. I'm thinking, I don't know, like there's not that many cosmics with cool gadgets, so it'll be interesting to see what that is. Another thing is that he actually confirmed that there is a new Herald coming to the game. But it's not a Herald, which is really interesting. He said that it ties into the Heralds, but it's not. That person's not technically a Herald, so it's really confusing. I don't know what that means. Like, I was gonna say, Herald Thor, but I was like, he's Herald Thor for a reason, right? Or it's the Fallen One, but he was the first Herald. So what? Like, is it Beta Ray Bill? I mean, Beta Ray Bill's been teased for the longest time. We've never been into the contest, so it's really, really, really interesting. He also confirmed that the State of the Battlerealm map is getting an update. This one right in front of you is from June 1st, 2021. And we're getting an update. He said that this map is going to be super red, like more red. As you see, the Chrono Serpent has his eyes all around the Battlerealm map, the State of the Battlerealm map. And the new one's going to be even more redder. So it's kind of like confirming that the Chrono Serpent is slowly, coiling around the Battlerealm and breaking free, which is really cool, man. I can't wait to see what happens. And the last big thing for sure is this Kang, and he actually called him the Superior Kang, and he calls him the Superior Kang because obviously he's superior in the way that he killed the other Kang. It's kind of like Loki, right? You know what I mean? So it's very cool. He talked about how Loki kind of ties into it, just the variant aspect, that this is a variant Loki, a variant Kang, sorry, and that it works that way, is that he's a variant, and so it's pretty cool. And he kind of talked about how Iron Lad and the other variants of Kangs are close to that, but this is just a variant. So I'm definitely thinking this is an MCOC Kabam original variant of Kang. If you don't know, if you've never read the dialogue of the acts 1 through 5, 6, Kang's pretty much, he's a loser. Like, he loses all the time. Like, he's never won basically, and so he's pretty much a loser. So this one is like going to be the actual real Kang in my opinion, because our Kang in the game sucks. So I'm excited to see this Kang who's about to show up with a whole fleet from across the time, which is interesting because time works differently in the Battlerealm, and a freaking dinosaur. Dude, I can't wait for this guy, man. It's going to be awesome. Anyways, that's all the stuff I have for you guys. It was a big interview. Like I said, go check it out in the description below if you want to check out all 2.5 hours. It was amazing. I can't wait to do it again. And yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you loved, leave a subscribe, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, like the video, man. I'd appreciate it. I definitely want to get this information out there, and hope you guys had an awesome time watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.